I'll go over mechanics in here again for you guys. If you were here yesterday, this will cement them into your brains. If you've never been in here before, you know, hang on to these thoughts because someday you'll come in here and then you'll know what to do. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Pappy? You know, oh, I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so you know. There we go. There's the high YouTubes. Oh, okay, good. Okay, there we go. All right, good. Okay. All right. YouTubers unite.
God Gamer. Hi YouTube.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, guys. Once again, when you're in this room, if you're a mag tune, you're going to start at green, right? You start at the resource you don't use. So your mag, you're going to start at green. If you're stam, you start at blue. And then you go counterclockwise. So you would start at green and then go to blue and then red. If you're stam, you start at blue, red, then green. You just go counterclockwise from the resource that you're not. Okay. The reason being, there's orbs in each one that give you that resource. So green gives you stamina orbs that increase your max stamina pool while you're in here. Blue increases your max magicka. So you're doing green first because you won't be able to get the orbs from whichever one you go in first. Okay. You won't be able to get the resource that you go into first because you have to unlock it. So when you're in green, you'll unlock the thing that you need to do the puzzle in blue. And blue will unlock the puzzle for red. But that means you didn't do red to unlock green, so you can't get the resources in green. Okay. So, but that's fine. We're a magnitude. We don't need stamina, right? What's a good alternative for when you have to do it in a different order for an achievement? It doesn't matter. Just whichever one you did last, do it first, maybe. And that way you make sure you get all of the orbs for the achievement. Trash mobs in here, you can fight or kill, doesn't matter. There's no benefit to killing them except unless you're score pushing. So ignore them if you want, kill them if you enjoy it, doesn't matter. This guy is dangerous, respect him. I just keep rotating around him. And that works out pretty well for me. He throws a rock at you. If you're just moving a lot, that's the ground slam that's really dangerous right there. If that hits you, you will die. Or if he gets you with it like twice, you know, he pounds the ground 3 times. 2 of them is usually enough to kill you. So be careful with that. Where are you? I'm in Veteran Vateshran Hollows. Yeah. This is where you get some good items. The blackest black in the game. I throw all my dots right here because that Spriggan spawns once you engage. And you can't kill this boar until that Spriggan spawns. It's invulnerable. It's teaching you a mechanic that's coming up. And then bash him when he starts channeling that charge so that he's not running around and most importantly, he's not hurting you with it. So kill the Spriggan first. You can just lay your dots down where that Spriggan spawns and it melts really fast. That Spriggan looks just like these right here. Same thing here. Throw a dot on them. They die. That's going to spawn the boss. This is going to block his first attack, even the second if you want, as it stuns you. And at 80%, it's going to go to the next one. So don't use your ult on him there. Use your ult on him here. Because here you have time for the ult to like really hit him. Right now you're waiting to see a tether on your body, a yellow tether. That means one of the Spriggan is trying to take you to like the other realm. There it is. If he successfully does that to you, you know, you have to like get out of there. It takes a while and you can't damage the boss while you're in that phase. So it just slows this fight down, leaves you vulnerable for a long time. All right, first boss is dead. If you do green first, if you don't do green first, you're gonna go left here. You could go left there and do a optional boss. What do you mean trifecta? When you get a no death speed run and yeah, max difficulty. There you go. So we're not gonna use any of the. There's that camera reorient. We're not gonna use any of the sigils. Yes. Kill this guy again. We're back. We're back. So, best solo class in your opinion? How do you like Mag Decay? Love it. Love it. Feels good right now. It feels really good. The sustain is bonkers. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, actually, I'm going to see how it feels on the boss fight. We'll see. I might try and buy stat food on him just because the sustain's so good. But soloing, it's a little bit in groups. I can definitely run by stat. I'm not sure about solo. Best solo class. So, dude, honestly, Magplar, Magsork. My Magplar and my Magsork just feel really good right now. Really easy, really powerful. Can't go wrong with either one of those. And the Mag Decay is looking good too. So far, the only thing we've died to is a hook shank glitch, so. I'm trying to kill this guy fast. Never use your ult at the beginning because he's just going to jump. Okay. You always want to fight this guy on the color that he is not. So, he's about to change to a color. Right now, he's not one at the start. So, he can be hurt anywhere. Now he's changing to blue. I'm on a blue pad, so I got to go to a red pad. Okay. Here's a red pad. There's 2 red, 2 blue. Block these. They can kill you. And it's safest, even if you think you're far enough away, block it because it's got a way bigger range than it appears to have. This would have been a good spot to use my ult, but I forgot. Right when you land on this pad. I really should have maybe, you know, a nice bursty ult is nice here. And you got to bash these guys when they start channeling. At least 2 of them. If you bash 2 of them. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Okay. Hopefully he comes. This is the glitch here right now. He'll just stand on the platform. It's coming. We're going to take advantage of it. Hopefully he doesn't change colors too fast. And bash 2 of these guys, 1 red, 1 blue, so that you have a safe pad of each color. Whichever ones you don't bash will randomly light up an area on fire. Randomly being whatever pad you're on, it seems. Come on. I'm going for it. Yeah, nice. I just didn't want to deal with dragging him everywhere. So we just pushed. Okay. Cool. That's all there is to that fight, though. You bash the channeling guys whenever they appear. That's the easiest thing to forget to do. Okay. We did green first. We're going to go counterclockwise to blue. So, let's see. It's the opposite one from what you interrupt. Is it? It's always the opposite side of what you interrupt? I've never had... I don't think I've ever had it. So interrupt and then leave that pad. Stand on the pad that's not interrupted, maybe. You're new to ESO. Any videos on beginner build on how rotations work? Yeah, every single one of my build guides. Exclamation point solo. Exclamation point solo. And there's a ton of solo build guides there. And each one of them has a video, a YouTube video, explaining how that class works, how the rotation works, like everything you need to know to be a master of that build. These guys are the same. They're just like the first guy, except you can bash them when they're doing that mechanic, or you can rotate around them when they do it. Again, here's some trash in the blue area. We can skip it. You can kill these 2 guys. And then hook shank. We're going over to a secret area. We unlocked the hook in the green arena. That's why we can hook here. We killed that first boss. It gave us the hook shank that lets us hook to these things like this, right? That's what the first boss in the green arena gave us. That is why we have to do green first, so that we can get over here. All right. Show you the secret boss. Yeah. All right, so there we go. And it's going to let us go over here. And we're going to grab this blue orb. This blue orb is going to give us 5,000 magicka. 5,000 magicka also gives you 500 spell damage. So it's a big boost to your damage. It's a boost to your sustain. It's just going to make the rest of this place a bit easier. Going back, we can take the short route. Yep. And by touching that blue orb, you've now revealed all the other blue orbs in the dungeon. Let's see, audio effects, I think it was. The easiest way to find these is to hear. Make sure your sound is on for the game, the effects sound especially, and you'll hear a humming sound. There's one of them. You couldn't see that right there until we grab the blue, the first blue one. Then all of these are revealed. Each one of these is going to give us 1,000 magicka. 1,000 magicka. Okay. So the first one gives 5,000. This one's going to give 1,000. Ooh. You could hear it as I got closer, hopefully. Just run across this bridge. And kill this. You can kill that one if you want. Fighting on the bridge is dangerous though. I wouldn't recommend it. Probably the safest thing to do here is just to rotate around this when she does that channeling ability. Because if you try to bash her when they're both there, you might miss and bash the one that's kind of harmless. They both kind of hurt actually. So just be careful. Make sure you're looking for blue orbs. Sometimes one spawns there. Looking, listening, most importantly. If you have your sound up in the game, you can't miss them. They're so loud and so obvious. This boss fight, there's two bosses. You want to kill them at the same time, otherwise you have to fight one of them enraged. So just try to mediate the damage output on one or the other. I usually just like to parse one down and then parse the other one down. Meanwhile, he's going to teleport and channel. So get ready. As soon as he channels, you're going to interrupt him. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to hit both of them the best that we can. And he's going to go invulnerable here in a second. Maybe. There it is. Oh, shit. Never had that happen before. I stopped attacking because I thought he was going to do a slam, but he died middle of it. The build put out really good damage. I don't normally have him die right there that fast, so that's good. So he got a little health back. He became enraged. It's not the end of the world. It just takes a little longer to kill him when when that happens. That boss unlocked these pads for us. So now we can use these, which is going to unlock an area in the red area next. You'll see one of these pads when we get into the red dungeon, and we can do it because we did blue beforehand, unlocking these. The way these portions work is you just have to oh, by the way, on the last boss, you need to when the boss becomes invulnerable, you need to make the big atro slam him. That's what I was trying to get him to do there. He'll get a bubble around him. You need the big atro, the flesh atro, to slam him with his fist. So you just stand on top of the boss until the atro slams, but don't stand in the slam. It will kill you. So as soon as you see that forecast, get out of there, let it hit the boss. It'll unshield the boss, allowing you to kill him. When you're in those areas that I was just in, it's a little timed section. Just grab the synergies while you're in there. I'll do another one here in a second so you can see. Again, we're listening for the blue orbs. They can be anywhere at this point. Oh, you got this die last night. Nice, nice. Okay, so here's another one of these blue pads. Go through this. There's those little things right there. See this hovering ball of light? This extends your timer in here. If you don't grab this, you'll run out of time and it'll put you back at the beginning of this piece of the dungeon. You just have to rerun it It's not the end of the world, but it's just, you know, slows you down. Grab this one. And then again, in here, there could have been blue orbs. There wasn't this time, but, you know, have your head on a swivel, or at least be listening for them. Sometimes there's a blue orb right there. Not this time. Looks like we might get through it without getting many of the blue orbs. You can get up to 5 of them. Oh, here's one of them. I guess I'll do the side boss. We can show what it does. Makes sense. I'll do the side bosses. Let's see. You could skip this boss that I'm about to do, and it'll be totally fine. But if you do it, it technically makes you a little bit stronger. Just a little bit. Makes the some of the mechanics on future boss fights a little bit easier because it gives you a little buff. And it's going to give you access to some of these the more blue orbs if they didn't appear on the path, the direct route. You know, sometimes they'll appear over here in the optional area. So if you're trying to get every ounce of help that you can get while you're in here, it's useful to come through here. What dungeon is this? Vateshran Hollows. It's just I'm doing a Vateshran Hollows guide for you guys here, so you know how to do this place, how to get the blackest black in the game. Which reminds me, in order to get the blackest black in the game, there's a few things you have to do. One is grab all of these orbs. So you'll have to run it a few times to make sure you get all of them. It's not possible to get all of them in one run. So you'll have to run it a few times, get every one that you can find each time until you get the achievement. You'll have another one where you have to spend 10 minutes in that like the other realm. And we'll talk about that when I do it again. This is just an optional boss fight. You can totally skip it. I haven't done this one in a long time, so see what this is all about. And do I come on this? I use this. Oh, and it puts me in here with this guy. Okay. Careful of the forecast. You don't want to die. Okay, is he gonna spawn his friend again? Yeah, we'll kill him. Okay. And he's just got a little forecast. He spins. Looks like you can almost eat it. Almost. A little dangerous. And we'll just kill this guy. He gives us... what's his buff? I'm trying to remember what the buff is that he gives. Looks like you should use your ultimate on him when you're in there. It might be timed. So you can limit the number of times you have to fight this guy if you kill him faster. Looks like Lucky's a Mag DK main now. You know. I'm gonna save my ult for the boss. I have to fight a boss next, so we'll just kill this guy. Gives us his loot. And what buff did he give? Empowered teleportation. The empowered sigil traps a Zivkin soul under the influence of the player for short duration. You get a Dremora to follow you around. That's right. That's right. Okay. So if you use the portals now, you get a little buddy. He doesn't do a lot, but again, like I said, it's a little something that'll probably be most useful maybe on the final boss, because we'll be using a lot of portals on the final boss. So let's see how that feels in there. It's been a long time since I summoned him. We're gonna use this. So this is one of the achievements, spending 10 minutes in this world we're in right now. You'll see my character's kind of ethereal. So what you can do is just stand here, then grab this one, run to the next one, wait a while, grab that one, right? And you need to accumulate a total of 10 seconds. And then 10 minutes rather. And then eventually you don't leave, right? It'll tell you back to the beginning. It'll send you back to the beginning, and you do that again until you've accumulated 10 minutes in there, which should take you about 10 minutes. So it's one of the easiest of the achievements to get for the complete black die. The hardest, or well, the longest one is going to be the steps in the lava, which we'll talk about. On this fight, I guess I'll do mechanics. You can stay down here and parse them down if you've got a good build and you're pretty comfortable with it. Or you can go, oh, I can actually hear one of them upstairs. So I'll go up there. I was going to say, sometimes there's a blue orb that we were talking about that gives mana. Sometimes it's up there. This is one of those times I can hear it. So we'll go up. We'll get our buddy that we got from doing that boss fight. Just because we can. And I'll show you what you can do up there. Because if you have lower DPS, it might be worth it to go up there. Because a lot of ads are going to start spawning, shooting those lasers down at you. That's what those lasers are. You know, they're sitting there poking me, dealing a little more damage. So this thing will open up right here. You go up top and you kill these guys. You only get a little bit of time here and they try to boop you off, right? Here's the orb I could hear. And we jump down. For these guys, you can attack them. I mean, you shouldn't attack them, rather. You can get the boss to kill it, right? By standing between the boss and it. And he'll shoot his fireballs at you. This one here. And look, boom, it kills it for me, right? So you don't kill him, he kills them when you want to get rid of those. So always stand between the boss and that orb, and he'll shoot that fire at you, which will then kill the little eyeball behind you. All right, so that's all the mechanics in here on this boss fight. New beginner's guide video. 10 minutes is in fact 10 minutes. Yeah. Which is why that achievement's so easy to get. 10 minutes is 10 minutes. Okay. All right, we're going to keep going counterclockwise, right? To the final one. We are a mag tune, so we're doing red last. Which means, you know, this one you can feel a little bit squishy in sometimes because each one gets harder than the last. And when I entered, you see it gave it a buff. So when you do the green one, it makes the next two harder. And then when you do the second one, it makes the third one harder still. So, yeah. Just know the one you do last is going to be the hardest. But you'll also have some buffs from the prior two. If you've been grabbing the orbs, you've been grabbing the side boss buffs, right? So you're a little bit stronger as well. You can kill the trash if you like doing that, or you can skip it. Okay, so here we're going to experience kind of our first bout with the lava. The lava in here is actually very dangerous. Respect it. Best way to deal with it is to jump and spam your shield if you're a mag tune. Like that. If you're a stam tune, jump and spam your vigor. There's really no other way that you need to worry about doing here. It's kind of this. It's not hard. Once you kind of get the timing of your jumps and you're spammable if your shield here down, it's fine. It's not really a thing. But if you underestimate the lava, it will kill you every single time. I probably have more deaths to lava in here than anything else ever since they buffed the lava because people just weren't afraid of it. So, you know. And when you kill this guy, everything in here is going to despawn. So I'm going to try to just go straight for him. It's a little bit dangerous because now everything's going to be attacking me, but you know, it saves a lot of time if you can pull it off. You can also kill everything slowly and then work your way to him if you don't have the DPS to just burn him. Did I grab a red orb yet? Yeah, I did. Okay. We grabbed the red orb, so we're now looking for more red orbs. Which means they could have spawned. Sometimes they'll spawn here. Sometimes they'll spawn here. Not today. Sometimes they'll also spawn right here. All right, first boss on the red. This guy's pretty easy, this gal. Not a lot going on here. That's too terribly painful compared to some of the rest. So what I like to do is just kind of turn it around so I can see the battlefield, because a lot of ads are going to spawn. Trying to avoid her forecasted abilities. A big Atro is going to spawn. He should die to your cleave, right? These guys are going to spawn, these scamps. They're probably the most dangerous part. If you let them accumulate, they spawn pretty fast. So what I do is I get real close to her, put on a big dot, and I back up, and then they all just kind of walk into that dot, and they melt fairly passively, right? As soon as she teleports, you should use your ult probably right at the beginning of the fight, or you can wait until she teleports once and then use it. Oh shoot. There was an error in my plan there. These die really fast. So if you get a bunch of them, just do this. Pop, pop, pop. You know, throw a few wall of elements at them and they'll die, right? You don't have to if they're not hurting you, but if it feels like they're becoming a problem, just, you know, go melt them real quick. They are not hard to kill. Okay, so you're 10,000 steps. Another achievement you need for the die. That's in the lava right here. Or anywhere in this dungeon. You just need 10,000 steps while protected by this orb. So you pop the orb and then you run. Now I'm getting steps in. This is the one that takes the longest. I think it took me, I don't know, somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour to get my 10,000 steps. Again, listening for the red orbs. My favorite place to do it is after the next orb, I think. It took about as long to get to the orb as the orb lasts. So grab this. Another 1,000 health. You'll see my health is now up to 27,000, 28,000. I think we started this with like, I don't know, 21,000 health, right? So we're getting quite a bit of extra health for that final boss fight, which is where people typically struggle in here by grabbing all these orbs. There's sometime an orb right there. And then this little island that I'm walking up to has a ton of red orbs. Tons of spawn locations. It'll be here, here. When you kill this guy, all of the mobs here will die. So, you know, you can focus him if you want. Or you can run behind him, kill the little ads if they feel like, you know, it's too hard to do all three at once. Melt him down. Sometimes there's orbs here. Sometimes they're here. Behind that thing. Sometimes they're right there. Basically, just really scope this one out or be listening for them. Okay, this is a spot where I like to get my 10,000 steps. You could just basically pop this and then run over to that island and back. Pop it again, run to the island and back. Pop it again, right? Lots of steps. If you wear the Ring of Wild Hunts, you're going to get the achievement 50% faster. 50% faster because, you know, you're running 50% faster. So you're getting your steps 50% faster. So wear that Ring of the Wild Hunt when you're getting that achievement. Really, you know, expedite the process for you. All right, pop this. This, if you're doing this one third, all of these little stupid trash fights can be kind of dangerous. I have a lot of accidental deaths, just kind of underestimating how hard these guys hit. Sometimes they all hit at the same time. And, you know, so don't feel bad if they get you. Okay. Now, oh, there's a side boss over there. I guess we'll do the side boss again, since we're doing them. So we'll pop that. Make sure you're close to it when you pop it. If you're not close to the orb when you pop it, you won't be protected from the lava. I could hear an orb. There it is. So if I pop this orb, for example, from like back here with a ranged attack, it'll pop, but I'm not protected. The lava's hurting me, right? So you want to make sure you're like on top of it. It needs to explode and whatever's inside of it needs to land on you, you know? You need to be gooped on by it. You need Ring of the Wild Hunt in real life? Me too! Hey Sandra, what's up? How's it going? Okay, what time do daily quests reset? Dailies? What time do those reset? 1 a.m.? Okay, so we'll pop this. There's another red orb over here. Cool. So the biggest benefit probably of doing these side bosses is you get more orbs because sometimes they're in the optional area. So more health, more resources. Go here. To get to this boss, we have to go up here. And you'll notice we had to use that blue portal. So we couldn't have got to this boss without doing blue first, because we wouldn't have been able to get to this lever. Now we're going to pop this. Again, get nice and close to it and run. Just tuned in. This is Vateshran Hollows, Veteran Vateshran Hollows. It's where you get the blackest black dye in the game. Oh, by the way, the dye, you can get it in normal. You don't have to do it on veteran. In fact, I recommend doing it on normal. It's a lot easier. Do all those achievements on normal. This guy is, there's not, you know, he just kind of bounces around the perimeter of this island and does some damage. You know, just bars him down. That's about it. Try to avoid forecasted mechanics. You could use your ult on him, but the boss you're going to fight after him is a lot harder. So if you don't think you'll get it back in time, maybe save your ult for the next guy. Depends if you're struggling with this guy or not. No, we actually managed to get ourselves out of mana because we're reapplying these dots so often here. Good. My boss says doing work. Okay. Grab the loots. Why not? I said we're gonna grab the loot. Okay, there we go. Was stuck in combat. And pop this, and we got to run back. Don't forget to pop that. Oh, I guess you got an extra one here. That's cool. And you can reapply it. You don't have to wait for it to expire before you pop it again. It used to be that you had to wait. They fixed that though. Oh. All right. Make the run back. Forecast warm with 100% chance of fire and lava. It sounds like Florida. Okay, so this next trash fight is probably, I don't know, maybe this is the toughest trash fight in here for people, I would say. Just because there's so many things here. When you kill the Daedra again, everything else will disappear. So you can focus him, or you can go around and safely kill everything else and then focus him. But when he puts his fire dot on you, it doesn't stop burning you until he dies. So getting him dead as fast as possible is oftentimes beneficial. And we'll keep going. If you die there, don't feel bad. A lot of people do. Sometimes red orbs spawn right here, I was gonna say. And sometimes they spawn on the island over there. If they do, just run and get them. If you don't have your protective orb anymore and you're here and you see one over there, again, you can just jump and run. I don't have the orb right now, but I'm fine. Just spam that shield, spam that vigor, and jump a lot. You'll be okay. All right. This boss, he's oh, speak of the devil. We'll go get it.
Whoa.
This one is such bait. Hey, yeah, boy. Thank you. Thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. And 3 months in advance. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome to the family. Okay, so we're gonna run here. Jump again. Spam that shield, that Horus Magica. Okay. We'll let the Magica replenish. This guy, I would say this is the hardest fight for Magtoons. This is the hardest one to get through without a stupid death. Because his little light attacks hit so hard when he's the third arena that you do. Remember, he's buffed twice. He was buffed when we didn't do him the first arena. He was buffed again because we chose to do him the third arena, right? So he's really strong right now. There's gonna be orbs, little red orbs that we pop to become immune to lava. They spawn in one of the four corners here. And if you pop them when he stabs the sword into the ground and turns the floor into lava, you'll be okay. What sets are you wearing to keep up your sustain? I'm not. I'm just using a little food. And I'm running Burning Spellweave and Bosse. That's it. Medium Slime Craw. Daggers, right? I'm not doing anything really. Sustain is just really good on Dragonites right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be posting this build guide, I don't know, soon. Here, in the next couple days, probably. Okay, the Pyre Lord. Yeah, so you'll pop the orbs when they pop up, and he'll have some ads that come in. If your damage is low, you may want to kill those Colossi when they enter the battle. You know, get them out of the way. If you have good damage, you might be able to ignore them. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, they did. They buffed the DK. It's a lot better now for sustain. It might have the best sustain of anybody right now, actually. He's gonna do a forecasted that right there. Get behind him. Don't get hit by that dot. It hurts, man. It'll make your life hell. This will come. You just kind of want to spin with it. So you can either run away if you're nervous that you know it's gonna hit you, or you can stay close and beat on him. Don't get too close because it will melt you if you touch him. He's got like an orb of fire touching him there. There he does his little breath again. So if you just kind of keep circling around him, you won't get hit by that and you'll probably be okay. He's gonna stab the ground. So we're gonna touch this, right? Now we're immune to this lava we're standing in. And these skeletons, when they die, oops, did I get hit by that? I might have. I'm gonna just slam my ults. Yeah, there's the skeletons exploding on me. Let's finish him off. Cool. All right, there's that boss. That's all the mechanics. Basically, oh, there's one more mechanic. If you're going really slow, if your damage is, if you're really new to the game, your damage is really low, you may have to do an extra mechanic where you pop the orb and you'll see like a little fire right here, just kind of like a little fire hovering in the air. You'll need to come stand in it with that orb and to absorb it. If all of these pyres lit up, that one, this one, right? Yeah, it's those three. If those three light up, if all three of them get a fire in them at the same time and you don't eat any of those fires, then waves of fire will start marching across the arena, making your life even more difficult. So if it's going to be a slow fight for you, definitely pop the orb and then stand in the fire that's there, absorb it so that you don't get three fires hovering in the air around this arena. Yeah, I think that's all there is for mechanics here. Okay. All right, final boss time. We're going to the final boss. What buffs did I get from this? Do you guys know what buff I got from the second mini boss, the fire mini boss? Dude, I don't remember. I couldn't tell if it helped me. Yeah, I can check. Okay, let's see. Empowered Brimstone. Brimstone fortification now radiates intense heat. Oh, my fire shield does damage now. Nice. Okay, so there you go. You get a little bonus damage from that. I'm curious how much damage per second that is now, actually. Okay. So cool. We got like a little, whenever we pop that, we got a little like fire damage aura around us. Nice. Okay. That one won't help us at all in the final boss because there's no orbs to pop. But the teleport one would, the blue one, because we're gonna be doing a lot of teleporting here. Okay, so for this boss fight, really, really cool boss fight. One of my favorite fights in the entire game, actually. Just really cool boss, really cool mechanics, really cool looking abilities, really cool sound. It's all good. A Dolan here. You know, he's going to transform. He's going to turn into the Void Lich. And what you want to do here, my strategy is to go to this pad first, then the green, then the red, right? So you've got a blue, a green, and a red pad, just like before, right? A blue, red, green. Red is last. That's the only thing that matters, because this, every time you go through one of these portals, you're gonna, for the rest of the fight, have to deal with the ad that's inside of those portals. The ad in there is kind of It's harmless. It's just like a trash ad. A little bit of damage, nothing. That one in there, he can cast a slow on you. It's kind of annoying. It's not that bad. This guy, though, it's a fire mage that channels fire damage. And it can kill you in like 2 seconds, 3 seconds if you don't bash it right when it starts. So the less you have to deal with that, the less likely you are to forget about it for a second and die to the fire damage. Lightning after the first bullet. Yeah. The lightning guy, right? It's a little lightning mage. He's not bad. He's not bad. The lightning on the floor. Is that what it is? It's not really something that has ever affected my runs. So I would do that one first. The slow second and the fire guy third. Yeah. Okay. All right. While you're fighting her, there's one really important mechanic, and that is you have to kill the chain of ads coming in. There's going to be a ring around the room, and it's going to march towards you with a tether connecting all of them. And if you go through it, it will one-shot you. It will kill you instantly. So you have to kill one of the marching acolytes. I'll kill one of them, and I'll showcase it, I think. I'll just kill one. I normally skip the phase. I burn the boss. We'll burn the boss typically so hard that we just can ignore the mechanics. But we'll do one this time around. Just to see what it's like. Yeah. You remember first clear on this, you had to stream it to the feds so he could raid lead me through it. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Okay, so ads are going to spawn Colossi. One of the easiest ways to survive in here without focusing ads is get all your AoE dots down. They're really going to help in here. Oh, I held on to my ult way too long in the last fight, so I don't have it in this one. That's okay. I'm going to showcase. So here's those ads spawning, which, you know, not a big deal. Just kind of keep your feet moving, right? If you're moving, they get to hit you way less. You know, they get to hit you way less. I'm going to slow down my damage on her so she can spawn the ring so I can showcase. So when you actually have to do this part of the fight, it becomes, I don't know, like 1,000 times harder. Because you have to stand in the middle of these colossi for longer. So there, I made a hole. Now I can walk through it, right? Oh, now she's going to be off center. Low damage really makes this fight 10 times harder. Okay, so we're going to go through here. We're going to go blue first. And if there's an ad here, I just push him towards it by standing in, you know, he's always going to run away from wherever you stand in the first 5 seconds. So you can kind of manipulate where he goes. The boss's health bar is right here. You can see it's slowly going back up. So the faster you kill this guy, the lower the boss's health is when you get back. And the faster you phase her and skip more mechanics. So, yeah. Right? So this time we're going to do that. We're going to phase her. Screw mechanics. We're gonna push. She's a little bit off center, so I have less time than I normally would, but that's okay. Push her as low as we can, and we'll go to green. Cool. You can bait his first lava attack here. He's gonna throw a slow under you, so there it is, see? Now I can fight him without standing in that. So just kind of stand a little away from him for 1 second till he drops that. So he'll put 2 down, and now I can stand here and just basically parse on him. It doesn't, you know, I don't have to worry about those 2 at all. I'm not slowed. I'm not being burned to death. I can throw my dots on her. Why not? They're not hurting her until I get over here, but they're there. I think this time I'm actually going to work in some heavies just to make sure the hardest part of this whole fight is coming up. Right. So I'm going to make sure my magic is topped off for these next guys. Well, not quite topped off. Okay. Grapple. Oh my God, my synergies were not working there. This is the guy you want to... Oh, shoot. Actually, it's this guy. So that fire mage right there is the problem. Oh, you don't want to be hit by that. Nice. Okay, that's the hardest part. You got those two guys at the same time. The fire mage, we burned right when we ran in there. Look for the guy with the fire staff. Focus him. If he starts a channel, interrupt him at all costs. And then it's just a matter of burning the boss. This is it. Everything's done. You just got to kill her. You've done all 3 little side portions. And easy. Trifecta. All right. We got our speed run. We got our no death. We got no sigil. And then at the end, you get your loot, your Vateshran weapons. Some of these are really cool. And you get, because you went in here and you did the whole thing without leaving, you ended up on the leaderboard, right? Which means you get a gold weapon. You get a gold weapon mailed to you. Oh, cool. We got an achievement. Nice, man. Nice. And there you go. Do you guys have any questions about this place before we wrap up this video? Is there anything you don't know about Vateshran Hollows now? You can do this on normal. The gear in here from normal is great. It's good stuff if you're ever needing this gear. Can you do it for me? Oh, there's also a skin in here that you get for beating it on Veteran, I believe. Can you start from the beginning again? No. You also get a skin. Here it is. See. Let's pop that again, or double XP. It is skins, appearance, skins. What was it called? Was it the Void Pathos? This one, I think. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, the Pathos skin. Yeah. It makes your body like, it's your head's black and you're dripping like black ooze down your body, I think. You know, it's like, looks like you were dipped in tar and, you know, stood up again. That's everything you get. I think that's everything, guys. I think that's everything you need to know for this place. You can come in here and do it on normal at 160 probably. And then for veteran, I would recommend being at least CP 300 before you start trying, because there's no reason to come here before that. Get some champion points under your belt, especially some damage mitigation. Yeah. What you really want from here are the style pages. Oh, there's also style pages that you can get from the boss, the final boss. Yeah, there's a chance to get a style page. They're pretty cool.